What's up, guys? So this is a very random video. I took down or I archived my older videos. I might unarchive them later, but the point is to allow myself to make videos again. Even if they're like trivial, random videos, they helped me. And apparently, I reached out to some people. And by apparently, I don't mean the apparently like it could be or I heard it. I mean like literally like apparent, I got a bit of engagement, a qualitative engagement. Not so much the quantity, but the quality that I wanted. And you know what? So I'm making this video because I thought about IQ. So my IQ got tested when I was like a teenager. So I don't know if it's really relevant, but it got tested because I thought I might have ADHD, and I didn't. I don't have ADHD. So I took a test and I passed. And they asked me some questions. And it turned out that I just needed to organize myself better. And time went on, and you know, 98 is just below average. And this summer, I met a girl who, okay, so I don't want to like compare achievements and so on, but she she didn't amount to too much, like in terms of like studies or academic performance. Now I don't want to no, this is not to brag, but she was bragging about her IQ being 120. And I just honestly said my IQ is 98. Because some people, because I speak multiple languages, and for some reason, they sometimes think I'm like a smartass. Maybe it's the way I present things. And my left arm already got tired from holding the camera. So, um, yeah, I have a few achievements under my belt. Now, I don't want to brag, but even academically, I really held on to my goals, and I still am, in a way that I was able to get some degrees, and I was able to make a way in this modern economy, um, that some people, not all, but some people, I think it gives them a pause. Now, I'm not here to brag. This is not the point. But I have a few achievements under my belt, like when I reflect on things, that I think requires at least some kind of ability, or but it's not raw intelligence. That's just my point. It's not raw intelligence. What it is probably strength of character, and personality, and motivation, and holding on to goals, not being a quitter. So I don't want to make like a motivational talk, and this is why I didn't even mention the achievements, quote unquote, I have under my belt. And we're not like an island. But I also get that we as people, we're not an island. That's why even when I went to the psychologist, and she noticed that, okay, but at least you reach out to people. Yeah, because I get that I'm not an island. So depending on who I reach at what time, with which request, I can push forward in what I want, and this is what matters. It's not just some raw IQ test, like potential, because let's say your IQ is really 120, which I even doubt about. I even doubted if this was a. But she had ADHD apparently. So if she had been diagnosed with ADHD and also like borderline personality disorder, she must have went to a psychologist. So um so let's assume she really has an IQ of 120. Now, what did she make out of it? What did she? So I even, I'm not here to, how do you say, like lounge out, to like, because I will not even mention who this girl is. And it's not, okay, maybe you could argue it's a way for me to get over this relationship that I had with this girl. You could argue that, but just the concept of an IQ. What is it gonna do in the real world? What are you gonna do if you're like pragmatic, down to earth? What are you gonna do? Like, if now all of a sudden I just knew I had an IQ of 140, what would it change? What would I? What, nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just potential. And since in this society we overvalue things like potential over like mere results, but we overvalue them when we overvalue the idea we attach to it. But it's not about quantity, and it's not about quantity in this case. It's what you do at what time, and even being like a bit dumber than average in that case isn't even that bad if you remember what is your goal. Like, what am I trying to achieve? This is much more like relevant. Like, where do I want to go? What do I want to get? Where do I want? So you can have deceptions, and you can have some success, like some success. You can, and I had a few successes that I also had lots of failures, a lot of humiliation, and that's why I'm not afraid to say that I don't have the highest IQ. Because I know that it always depends on what specific thing you're talking about. Like, what do you mean IQ? What do you mean, like, even beauty? Like, what do you mean, like, all this shit don't matter. Like, it probably matters to some extent, but not as much as we like to attach to it. And probably some kind of intelligence is required. Some kind of intrinsic force, some kind of intrinsic, intelligence is required. But apparently you also have emotional intelligence, and you even have like intelligence of movement, I heard of in athletes. But even then, even all these factors, like maybe I'm just too dumb. No, even at 98, I'm not that dumb. You know, even at 98, it means that it means that I'm a good. You know, they took this test to make sure that I wasn't deficient in intelligence, and so maybe my lack of focus, which I thought we maybe thought was ADHD, which it turned out it wasn't. Um, wasn't some kind of deficiency in intelligence, which it wasn't, because 98 is not a lack of intelligence. But it's not I'm not the most intelligent, like in terms of raw, just thought process. Like, I don't know what goes into it, you know, like the calculation, the ability to like break down language and analyze language and all that. um there's other things. That's my point, is just that it's about who you are. It's about who you are. And who you are, there's so much more to this. Like, you know,